Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about working towards your potential. Now when I say potential, that means the peak success of your being. That's your potential, right? But how do you know your potential? Well, you don't. That's the problem with potential. You don't really know how far you can go. You don't know how far your success can go. So that's why you have to try. You have to try new things. You have to try stuff that's hard. You have to try stuff that will either break you mentally or physically. Because without trying, you're never gonna know what your potential can be. Now, here's the thing. When people try new things and they don't do good at it or they fail miserably at it, then they're like, oh, I would have never been great, it's fine, like I tried and I wasn't good enough, and they just kind of quit. But they quit before like any actual good progress was made. They quit before they can even like decide for themselves that, okay, well, I don't have potential for this, so I'm just not gonna go after it. Just imagine how much of our world's problems would be solved if everyone just worked towards their own goal relentlessly. Just imagine that. Like how crazy, like, successful would our world be if everyone worked toward their goals. And yeah, the world would be more competitive, but you wouldn't know anything other than being competitive because you're always working towards something. But if everyone is competitive, competitiveness doesn't actually exist. It's just, the norm. So why not work towards your goals? I mean, why not try and change the fabric of reality? Well, that sounds like something like super sci-fi, but what I mean is, why not try and change your community socially? Why not try and change your country? Why not try and change a problem that people have? Why not try and solve a problem through engineering or computer science or just something like that? That's something that's really important. Even if it's being an influencer, why not try and change the rhetoric of what influencers operate under? Like, how most influencers, they're mostly degenerates. They propagate messages to the children of our generation, shit that doesn't matter, shit that isn't important, and they propagate to impressionable audiences that money is like the end all be all. And yes, money is important, but in the end, it's your goals that are more important than money, because your goals is what is gonna make the money, right? And when people see that the influencers are making tons of money and they're making money off of just making videos and stuff, they're gonna be like, okay, so that means that whatever my goals are, they're probably not as important as being an influencer, so let me just be an influencer because that's gonna make me the most money in the shortest amount of time. And while that may be true, you won't reap the actual benefits of the hard work people have to put for their other goals if you try and do something that's quote unquote easy. So let's say you're an influencer and you just like start creating videos, and then one of your videos blows up really big, right? Like millions of views. But you had only been doing it for a while, like only a little bit of time, and then you blow up and you start getting sponsorships and you start making a lot of money. Do you think that you're gonna be happy with yourself, or do you think you're gonna keep on wanting more because it's not something that you actually enjoy? Maybe over some time you do start to enjoy the the work that you're doing, but do you think that you're ever going to be satisfied with whatever you're having? Probably not. And what the problem is with influencers is once they get to this success, they almost feel like they were destined to do it. You know what I mean? It feels like everyone else is just kind of unimportant and they're the important one. And so their ego gets inflated massively. And so when their ego gets inflated, they have no humility, so they never get better. So they actually get worse while still making the same amount of money, which is extremely dangerous. And that's why most influencers end up, offing themselves or doing something worse, because they have so much success that they feel like soulless, because they don't feel like they have a purpose, because they gave up on their other goal when they were a kid. Like, let's say they wanted to be an astronaut when they were a kid, or let's say they want to be like a politician when they were a kid. They gave up on that for the influencer life because they saw these other influencers who probably already kind of enjoyed doing their work or don't enjoy it. You don't really know what people's motives are behind their work. So they saw this as a kid and they're like, why not just become a YouTuber? Because that seems like the cool thing to do. That seems like that will make me the most money in the least amount of time. And so they give up on their goals, and then they feel like they're bettering the world, but they're not, unless you're doing like content that helps people and like genuinely like helps people. You're not really bettering the world. You're just kind of pouring more money into it and tainting your own mental health. So that's why I feel like working towards a goal that you're passionate about instead of just something that's like, money oriented. It sounds kind of cliche, but it's just really important to work towards something that you're passionate about and that that's gonna fulfill your purpose in this world. Just imagine the amount of progress we would make as a human species if everyone was just focused on working towards something that would improve people's lives or improve the world in general. But it's probably not gonna work like that for a while, because money is just the thing that most people want. And don't get me wrong, I want money too. Like, I need money to be secure and financially like independent, but it's not the end all be all. I also want to help people. I also want to influence people's lives for the better, so they can actually make a change in the world. They can do great things. They can achieve their potential. And it all boils down to, you might have an important message, you just don't know because you never actually tried to bring that message out. And that's the whole point of my channel. I don't know if my message is important. I don't know if it's needed, but I'm trying to bring it out. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people and change their lives. And I don't know yet if my message is important or not, but I'm just trying. You have to try with everything you got. You can't try half-assed and then expect to reap the benefits from it. That's why success is never made overnight. If it is made overnight, it's not actual success, it's just a curse. That's why people, when they win the lottery, it seems like a good thing, but then it turns into a bad thing. So it was a good thing in disguise as actually a bad thing. So, yeah, man, I just feel like so many people have an important message, but it's not being propagated out because people don't actually want to try. They'd rather just, get instant gratification and just not work towards their purpose. So, yeah, that's all I had for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will like, comment, and sub. Show some support. We're at 56 subs. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.